Warm welcome to join us for this edition of 8 in English News, and I'm Abdul Ahad Mohammadi. A joint Afghan and British forces team recently launched a pre-dawn raid on a Taliban compound in southern Helmand province, seizing an anti-tank weapon which had been used to target an allied base, the UK Defence Ministry said on Wednesday. The operation also resulted in the seizure of a stash of munitions and the 82mm recoilless rifle designed to smash through tank armor. Intelligence reports received since the raid suggest that the Taliban chiefs are furious at the loss of the weapon, the MOD further said. Despite heavy presence of Western and Afghan forces, the Taliban are able to move around and plan attacks in the Recife province. The U.S. Air Force on Tuesday officially halted its $355.1 million contract to buy airplanes intended for equipping and training Afghan forces and will investigate its handling of the competition for the contract. On December 22nd, the Air Force awarded the Afghanistan Light Air Support contract to Sierra Nevada, a U.S. partner of Brazilian aircraft manufacturer Embraer, for supply of Embraer's A-29 Super Tucano aircraft. The contract called for delivery of 20 turboprop planes, 3 ground training devices, and 3 years of support from Sierra Nevada. A suicide car bomber Wednesday targeted a supply convoy of the NATO-led forces in southern Afghanistan, injuring 7 civilians, the Interior Ministry said. The bombing took place in Lashkargah, the provincial capital of Helmand province. An ISAF spokesman confirmed the incident but said no one in the convoy was injured and there was no damage done to the convoy. On Tuesday, 2 separate blasts in the same province killed 14 people, including a group of insurgents who were trying to wreak an improvised bomb against Afghan and foreign forces, officials said. NATO's Secretary General praised the U.S. and allied troops in Afghanistan for showing remarkable restraint in the face of violence following the burning of Muslim holy books at a NATO base. Anders Fogh Rasmussen told a NATO seminar in Washington that General John Allen, the top Allied commander in Afghanistan, was right to withdraw all Allied advisors from Afghan government ministries after 2 U.S. officers were killed in their office on Saturday. Despite the challenges of this incident and the challenges we face, we must not lose sight of our goal, which is a stable Afghanistan, he added. The United Nations and its partners have teamed up with local villagers in Afghanistan to develop clean cooking stove that could potentially save lives by improving indoor air quality and reduce greenhouse gas emissions and dependence on wood for fuel. A recent WHO study found that inhaling smoke from indoor heating and cooking kills about 54,000 Afghans per year. The UN-supported project brings together local metalsmiths, engineers, and environmental experts in Bamiyan province to design prototypes for clean cook stoves and other low-cost energy solutions, which are now being tested by villagers. Just as political efforts to stabilize Afghanistan gather pace, the Kuwait-based Taliban have started to show signs of flexibility towards dialogue, according to the head of Kandahar Provincial Peace Council. From what I heard from Afghan tribal elders who have met former Taliban commanders in their individual capacity, they are willing to talk peace, said Haji Atta Muhammad Ahmadi. Afghan and U.S. officials have long believed that the Taliban hierarchy, known as the Kuwait Shura, is based in Kuwait, from where it is directing the insurgency in Afghanistan. Pakistan, however, denies the existence of the Shura. U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton on Tuesday pledged to aggressively implement new U.S. sanctions on Iran, but noted that some allies such as Japan face unique situations as they seek to reduce Iranian oil imports. We are implementing the new Iran sanctions aggressively, Clinton told a Senate panel, outlining steps aimed at hobbling Iran's ability to make an atomic bomb by squeezing revenues from its oil exports. Iran says its nuclear program is geared purely to develop power stations and for medical purposes. More than 75,000 people have died in Syria since security forces launched a crackdown on dissent last March. A senior United Nations official say Under Secretary General for Political Affairs, Len Pasco, said there was credible reports that toll often exceeded 100 civilians deaths per day. Syrian forces pounded residential areas in Homs and elsewhere on Tuesday, killing scores, activists reported. The Syrian government says at least 1,345 members of the security forces have been killed combating what it calls armed gangs and terrorists, and puts the number of civilians killed at 2,493. U.S. Republican White House contender Mitt Romney has pulled off a double win in the Michigan and Arizona primaries. We didn't win by a lot, but we won by enough, and that's what counts, Mr. Romney said in Michigan. In Arizona, he leads with 47% of votes and heads Rick Santorum in Michigan by 41% to 38%. Michigan was seen as vital for Mr. Romney, born in the state where his father was governor, but had struggled to win over conservative voters. Rick Santorum addressed supporters in Michigan moments after he reportedly called Mr. Romney to concede victory. And that's all for now. Thanks for being with us.